The basketball world is paying very close attention right now, because Luka Doncic may have just sent a quiet but powerful message to Team USA. With one subtle move, Luka has raised eyebrows across the league by mirroring the same international-first approach Victor Wembanyama used during the 2026 NBA All-Star build-up. And if history is any indication, this is not something American basketball leadership can afford to ignore. Luka Doncic has never been just another NBA superstar. From the moment he entered the league, he carried himself as a global player first, someone who represents more than a single franchise or country. Now, as the league inches closer to the 2026 All-Star cycle, Luka's recent actions suggest he's leaning even harder into that identity, following a blueprint that Victor Wembanyama helped popularize just a season earlier. Wembanyama's 2026 All-Star approach was all about positioning. Instead of centering himself around traditional NBA media circuits, he leaned into international visibility, global fan engagement, and national pride. That strategy didn't just elevate his brand, it reframed how non-American superstars could command influence on a stage historically dominated by Team USA narratives. Luka appears to be taking notes. By engaging more openly with international basketball voices, global marketing channels, and national team-oriented messaging, Luka is signaling that his priorities may not align perfectly with USA basketball's long-term expectations. That alone is enough to put Team USA on high alert. The United States has dominated international basketball for decades, but that dominance has increasingly been challenged by players who grew up outside the American system, players like Luka and Wembanyama. The timing of this shift is impossible to ignore. Team USA is already facing questions about depth, chemistry, and commitment heading into the next Olympic cycle. Several American stars have begun to prioritize rest, longevity, and NBA obligations over international play. Meanwhile, international stars are embracing the opposite mindset, treating global competition as an extension of their legacy rather than an inconvenience. Luka Doncic's influence in this space is enormous. He's not just Slovenia's best player, he's the face of a basketball movement that values international cohesion over individual accolades. By following Wembanyama's all-star approach, Luka is amplifying the idea that global stars don't need Team USA's validation to define greatness. That's a major philosophical shift. From Team USA's perspective, this trend is concerning. For years, the assumption was that America's sheer talent pool would always outweigh international chemistry. But recent tournaments have exposed cracks in that logic. Teams led by players like Luka and Wembanyama don't just play together, they grow together, year after year, under the same system. That continuity is becoming a competitive advantage. The All-Star game has quietly become a battleground for this evolution. What used to be a celebration of American dominance is now a showcase of international excellence. Wembanyama used the platform to highlight his global roots, and Luka appears ready to do the same. When the league's brightest international stars control the narrative during All-Star season, it forces Team USA to confront a reality it once ignored. There's also a psychological element at play. Luka's approach sends a message not only to Team USA officials but to younger international players watching from abroad. It tells them that they don't need to assimilate into American basketball culture to succeed. They can bring their own systems, values, and identities to the NBA, and thrive. That message resonates deeply in a league that is more global than ever. Nearly a third of NBA players now come from outside the United States. Many of them grew up idolizing players like Luka, not American legends. If Luka continues down this path, his influence could reshape how future stars approach international competition and NBA stardom altogether. For Team USA, the concern isn't just about losing games. It's about losing cultural dominance. Basketball has long been one of America's most powerful global exports, but the balance of power is shifting. When players like Luka and Wembanyama dictate the tone of the league's biggest events, the old hierarchy starts to fade. This doesn't mean Team USA is finished, far from it. The talent is still there. But talent alone may no longer be enough. The new era of basketball rewards cohesion, identity, and long-term vision. Luka's alignment with Wembanyama's approach highlights exactly where the United States may be falling behind. As the 2026 All-Star game draws closer, all eyes will be on how Team USA responds. Will they adapt by rebuilding international trust and commitment? Or will they continue relying on star power to paper over deeper structural issues? Luka's actions suggest that the international side of the basketball world isn't waiting for answers. What's clear is this: Luka Doncic isn't just playing basketball, he's shaping the future of it. By following Victor Wembanyama's lead, he's helping redefine what global stardom looks like in the NBA. And whether Team USA likes it or not, That future is arriving fast. The warning signs are there. The blueprint has been revealed. And if Team USA doesn't adjust soon, the next era of basketball dominance may belong to players who never wore red, white, and blue in the first place.